All right, guys, today I'm going to show you reason number, I think I'm up to like in the 40s of why you'd want to have a solar generator around. Today I've got a project that I'm doing. I'm going to be working in my back wall, which is a block wall. It's about 100 feet away from any outlet, and I need to drill a couple of holes in this block wall to tame this shrub that's kind of gotten a little overgrown and pulled away from that block wall. So I'm using my Makita, which is this. It's a really powerful hammer drill, uh, and of course I'm going to have haters that will talk about how you could use a battery powered or a cordless hammer drill. That's true. Don't have one, so I'm going to use what I have. And rather than running a 100-foot extension cord to the nearest outlet, I'm just going to go ahead and break out my I'm sorry, my solar generator. And in this case, I've got a 2,000 watt Renergy pure sine wave inverter paired with a lifetime 230 amp hour lithium battery. And then I've got the Voyager charge controller from Renergy and also a battery monitor. So anyway, I've always believed that the corded, and it's been my experience that corded power tools have a lot more power, a lot more consistent power than the battery ones do anyway. And then you don't have to worry about charging batteries and all of that. Bringing out the charge controller or the solar generator allows me to bring right to the job site where I'm working right now. I have three outlets on this. I could run a variety of corded tools. In this job, I did use a skill saw, I did use a regular driver, and then also this drill, all three of which could have been powered on the same the same solar generator that I brought out here. So anyway, this Makita does a great job. It has several settings. I'm going to be using it in hammer drill setting today, and I just have to kind of snake my way back behind this. Again, the bush is a little bit intimidating in terms of how overgrown it's gotten, and I'm sneaking my way back behind there and using that Makita plugged into that 2,000 watt inverter. And it really does make short work. That hammer drill is just super powerful. It does make short work of that. And one of the things that you can take a look at is just the draw that has. And so, one of the things that I found that is helpful is to have this Renergy battery monitor on site. So this Renergy, you can see when I'm running that. I mean, I'm getting up to 7, 8 watts, clear up to 300 watts. So as soon as I push start on that drill or that hammer drill, you could see it went up as high as 30 some amps and several hundred watts. And so having a battery monitor is almost like a fuel gauge. It just tells you how much power you have and how long you have to use it. In this case, my battery is at 80%, giving me roughly 180 amp hours left. And I could run it at the current status. I could run that for several hours. Now, what I did was I went and made my own bracket here, and I'm using these anchors. These are nail-in style anchors, and you can see if you drill a hole, and in this case I used a quarter-inch concrete bit. If you use a quarter-inch driver, then you can simply slip that into the hole, and then you use your hammer. That hammer will expand and expand that in just like that. And I find these to be super, super effective. I've used them in several instances like this. There are stronger hold ones. If you're going to use the ratchet in bolt style that kind of are threaded and they pull a larger piece, they definitely are stronger. But for a quick project like this, the simple drill the hole and slam it in works really, really good. And I'm going to show that here in a second. But I just bent this bracket. One's going to go against the block wall. The other is going to be a loop that I can use, or a hole that I can use to tie that vinyl coated wire to pull that bush in to do that. So here I am sneaking back behind the bush, and you can see it always is easier to hammer when nobody's watching. So don't judge me for that. But and then of course I end up bending that bracket out of the way. It makes it easier to hammer. But once you get that in there, those things don't go anywhere. Super, super effective, super quick, and that's going to give me just the pull that I need to be able to cinch that vinyl coated wire up against there. And I'm going to move around to the other side here to do that. This side's just as overgrown, so I'm getting through the that, and really probably should come in here with some Agent Orange to break away out of there. Same thing. I'm using that Makita hammer drill on the drill setting or drill hammer setting, just to make the hole for me to put the little expanding nail driver in brackets so that I can begin tying that up. And I make pretty short work of that. So again, that hammer drill is the perfect tool for this. And again, if it was a battery style one, great. But since it's not, I did break out that solar generator to help me get that buried in there. So anyway, that's how that started to go. So again, while the rest of this video is playing, I mean, it's kind of the marriage of two different videos. I'm showing a project. Some of you that are tuning in are more interested in the solar generator than me taming that bush right there. But the idea is that having a solar generator on site, having that available to you gives you options. I literally just grabbed a hold of the handle, wheeled it right back to where the job site was, and now I have three outlets that will allow me to run a variety of tools. In this case, I only needed the one, but if I wanted to bring a fan out there, it was pushing 90 some degrees here in late spring, early summer in Arizona. It definitely gets hot. So having that, having those additional outlets. Now, I did make a little dead man fall to hold this bush out of the way while I was securing it. I did use a circular saw to cut that, and I also used a drill driver to connect the two pieces that I cut, and I show that in the video here in a second. And those are things that obviously the more power tools you have out there, you might need a multiple outlets. Now, of course, again, haters are going to hate and tell me how about all these wonderful cordless uh, power tools. Great. And there's also going to be some haters telling me about bringing an extension cord out there. That's all great. But the point is that having this solar generator gives you so many options, and it really does make life easy. I simply put my uh, solar generator at the back of my garage or front, however you want to look at it, just right at the opening, tucked away, and then I keep a panel mounted there at the house so I can just keep that thing floated and charged up 100% at all times. So I'm able to pull it out and use it. And I use it for a variety of things. I don't just use it for power tools. I use it for running appliances. I've done off-site catering. In the middle of a construction field, I'm handing out 1,800 ice cream sandwiches, and off of that same solar generator, I'm running uh, two 20 cubic foot freezers, deep chest style freezers, and handing out 1,800 ice cream sandwiches in the middle of summer. So you can use that solar generator for anything that you can think of, and that's what's great about having it, is that it becomes something you can do. I've taken it camping, I've taken it on picnics, I've taken it out to the desert. I've run movie projector screens. I've done all kinds of stuff off of that same solar generator to just give you the options. So if you want to take a look at how I build that, please check out the rest of my channel. You will find that on the channel I have a variety of projects, do-it-yourself projects, and one of them is to show you how I built this solar generator, and you can pick up the components pretty cheap. If you're not in any hurry, you can scan the classifieds for them and find them. But I found panels, I found everything but the batteries. Pretty much, I can trust finding anywhere else. So that's something that you can just check out yourself and see what else you can come up with. But uh, the simple components you really need is a panel. Yeah, you need a panel, you need a inverter, you need a battery. I mean, those are really the three things that you need: a charge controller, a panel, a battery. And outside of that, a battery monitor makes it nice. Outside of that, balancers if you're going to do batteries and sequences and parallels. There's other things you can add to it. You can add bus bars and kill switches and all those kind of things. But you know, I found that sometimes simpler is better. So anyway, check